it's Yells. I'm on the other side now. I've been at the tech station this whole time, pretty much. Now, I'm gonna run Magic Sword for you, and not the SNES version either. This is an arcade port that's available through Xbox Live Arcade. There's a lot more sprites in the game too, and it moves a lot better. But we're gonna have fun. That's the key. Probably not gonna 1cc this, but I'm gonna try my best. So, when you are ready, I can count you in. I'm not sure if he's ready. Oh, he's ready now. Okay, here we go. All right, so we are gonna start it up in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, this is Magic Sword. You are He-Man, I think. I'm not really sure. Yeah, the hair is too long. But yeah, you got a guy who is charged with eliminating all the evil in the universe pretty much by himself with no clue. He just has a sword, he has a shield, he can jump, he can slash with sword. If you hit both buttons at the same time to do a special technique, it's not as powerful as the SNES version, but it's okay. It has its benefits. That's it. So this is the first boss. A lot of the bosses are just a bunch of mashing and a little bit of timing. Also, you can fast forward the game by pressing A like that. We don't need to see any of that nonsense.
And you'll see that throughout the run. There'll be different parts will be fast forwarding, so it's not the game messing up.
There are hidden doors in this game. You just have to slash a specific spot on the screen. It just opens up. Oh, and it took it away from me. I wanted the gauntlet because it improves my melee attack power. Here's the fast forward. Probably won't go as well as I wanted to. Oh, never mind. That worked out well. So much for that melee attack. Wiggle around here, get the doors pop up. And fast. Hammer. Chalice, give the iframe. Walk right through stuff. There are a couple times where it lasts exactly as long as you need it to, if you pick it up at the right time. We'll get to that a little bit later in the run. So you see that the sword has a magical component attached to it, where if you just start flailing wildly, after a while you won't see the fire come off the end, but if you let it charge for about a second, then you get a burst of fire, which is pretty nice. But yeah, that's not, I want a food drop, not points. So yeah, here's the best floor. This is the Spinal Tap floor, because it goes to 11. And we're gonna do a couple of tricks here. You can use a very limited amount of iframes, as you can see, it's very limited, to hop through that guy. Did not hit it. It's okay though.
Yeah, and you can't use your special in the air, but the minute you land, the frame that you land, you can activate it. So he's going to try to do that throughout the run.
Yeah, you can do it while you're standing on the ground and as you're about to hit the ground, which is something that's relatively new knowledge to me. Shoutouts to Yoiter Cape, who is the world record holder in this category, who has a marvelous run. If you ever get 13 minutes of your time, and I mean like literally 13 minutes, he just blows through this game, and it's crazy. There's the gauntlet, that's good. So here's the Chimera, which is another Chimera. I mean, I don't really have fun stuff to talk about with these bosses because A, they die so quickly, and you know, these fights used to be about lag management on the SNES version, and now it's just about like how fast can you hit the Y button. Get some coins, and we'll go over to the spot and get another sword, a broadsword. We can keep on trucking here. Here's another chalice. This one does not last all the way to the very end, so if you have like a backpedaling grunt right there, you'll get hit by him. So more shoutouts to the Yoiter Cave here. I ran the Super NES version of this game at AGDQ 2017 in a race against ProJN, which I lost, but it was fun. And Yoiter Cave came into my chat right afterwards and said, "Why didn't you use the hidden door on floor 14?" And I was like, "What hidden door on floor 14?" And then suddenly the SNES run was a minute faster. I was like, JN, get in here. So here, right as we hit the ground, we use the special technique and we get some iframes and we blow everything up. And this is where it differentiates for me compared to other runs here, because I'm actually going to pick up an ally. That's not something I normally do. This NES version usually lags terribly with an extra sprite, but this one don't care about lag. So we get the most useful guy, which is the Thief. He's useful for a couple reasons. You can see the flashing treasure chest up top. He can tell you which treasure chests are traps and which ones aren't. The flashing ones are bad, don't touch them. Also, the bombs he throws, the bombs he throws are on an arc. Yeah. So if you have poorly positioned enemies in front of you, you can handle them separately. Sometimes when you hit up, the door doesn't trigger, and you take more damage. That's okay. There's the gauntlet. That's what we want. I don't want that gold crown. The gold crown increases magical defense. Defense? Who needs defense? These are the space worms, which is where it's like, now the fantasy is turning into a little bit of sci-fi. It's kind of weird. Doesn't really fit the motif of everything else going on here. But that's okay.
Well, the tower's just that big, you know what I mean? Just
yeah,
goes right
like
into space.
Goes into space.
Yeah.
Space.
And then back out of space.
And then back out, yeah. It does. Yeah. But we get these nice little balcony levels between each boss fight so you can see how high up you are. So those fairies show up every 300,000 points, or they're triggered if you find a fairy egg in a treasure chest. Those are in specific treasure chests, and there's no randomness to those. They're always in the same spots. Use those bombs. So yeah, so the special technique that I've been mentioning, it seems really useful, right? Like, why wouldn't I use it all the time? So the reason I don't use it all the time is every time you use it, you lose 1 bar of health. So you're paying a price. So do I get it timed right? No, I did not. So that's one of the ones where technically that should have just enough time from the iframes there to dig through. Oh, blue apple. Thank you so much. Blue apples give you 2 bars of health. I need this magic rod. Magic rod shortens the time that the fire replenishes on your sword from a second to half a second. Alright, I gotta pop those guys. So let's see. I always want to try to keep moving, so I'm gonna ignore him. That's the other thing. Another... Oh, don't shock me. One of the features, we'll call it a feature, of this game, compared to the SNES version. The SNES version will kill everything on screen when you use the special technique. Not so much here. Some of these enemies are too strong for that to even do any damage to them. Or at least not enough. So you flash and you basically just use the iframe to let you get through, but you don't actually kill them. Also, you'll see me jump slashing a lot. That's because much like games like Ninja Gaiden or things like that, you stop your forward momentum when you slash your sword. So you'd rather jump and slash and keep moving. So we don't want that. We want the magic paper that I have equipped right now. It makes enemies drop items. I want drops specifically up here. These jellyfish can drop a lot of health. Like that lobster, or whatever the hell that is worth 3 bars of health. We're going to come back and spawn some extra guys there, but no luck on that. It's okay. The end of these, yeah, the last guy you kill in those helixes, those green helixes of enemies, can drop some health for you, which is pretty nice. This is where these moths can get really pesky, or whatever you want to call it. Both of those things. So here's the thing about these moths. They don't hurt very much if you run into them. And if you slash them with your sword, they die right away. If you hit them with your ally's weapon first, and then kill them, they explode. And they deal 3.5 bars of damage on the explosion.
Wow. So
this is like, they are just the trolliest friggin' things in the entire world. I got more paper, that's good.
I love that magic paper.
So this is a Capcom game, which means there's yashichis in it, which is the god item in a game. And there's one right over here. It's going to give me 6 bars of health. Pretty nice. I'll take it. A little bit of platforming. Hit the bear. Hit him again. Hit him too. Alright, moving on. So I'm like 80,000 points short of the next fairy, which kind of stinks. But, you know, if we play our cards right, we might be able to get there. It's another hidden door. There we go. We don't want to touch any of those scorpions. If you do, you can't use your sword for 5 seconds. Here's another fairy egg. The fairy drops three bits of health. Oh good, I got the magical defense item. Thanks. So yeah, the fairy drops 3 health items when she flies by, and after she drops the 3rd item, if you stab her with your sword, she drops a 4th item. Pretty neat, huh? Oh, you got away from me! Alright. Yeah, the Hydra gives a crap. It really does. Alright, so there's my fairy. There we go. Get that green apple from her by stabbing her as she goes. Great!
Now you're in space again.
Well, now we're up in space, and the thief's gonna take all the damage for us. Thanks, Thief. Alright. So this is Lag City in the SNES version, but again, everything just, you know, you can have all these enemies that you want, and it just goes and goes and goes. The game loves enemies so much. I mean, I love enemies too, but not that. That's different. Alrighty. This is the last floor that has a hidden door in it. First, we gotta get past this guy. Did not mean to get hit by that. A little slow on he breaks into rocks, and the rocks can damage you because this game's a huge troll. Alright, there's the first death. Okay, no 1 CC, but that's okay. Keep on rocking and rolling. Also, when I do the jump slash, the special technique is both buttons at the same time. So jump slashing, where you jump and then immediately slash right after, often yields a special technique by accident. So it's a great way to ruin a run when you're trying to manage your health very tightly and suddenly you just burn a bar of health for no reason at all. I really want the bears to drop food for me. Oh, for 2. Oh well. That's fine. So now we get the Thunder Sword. The Thunder Sword is really cool because a beam of lightning shoots out of it when you charge it up. And when I get that Power Stone right there, it's an orange beam of lightning, which is the strongest attack in the entire game. Ow, sniper. That's okay. So this version of the game has some weird stuff in it, like these balls. These aren't in the SNES version. Also, we get introduced to a new enemy 5 levels before the end of the run. These floating skulls that just randomly just shoot across the screen. I kid, it's not random. I can get up high enough for him. Don't want that to hit me. Give me food. No, nothing. They're holding out on me. It's crazy. Alright, that's okay. So, 446, a big ball and chain. We're going to try to avoid it. Okay, so far so good. Okay. Special technique on that. Oh, and the wizard. I was supposed to kill the wizard with that. And he killed my ally. What a bastard. That's okay. The thief has served his purpose. I know what's in every chest from here that I need, so it's just nice to have a little bit of extra damage.
Is there no way to pick him up again?
No. No, the 42, where I died the first time, is the last floor to get another ally.
Ah.
So this floor has a lot of health if you think you have a chance to 1 CC, maybe? There's a chicken right here for 3 bars of health. But you have to take a little bit of extra time to get it, so we'll get it. Why not? I want to try to 2 CC this if I can. We go up here. A little hop, big hop, big hop, big hop, big hop. Walk over. Here's another fire. Here's another Yashichi. And now we're gonna special technique in here. Let the iframes, give the iframes just enough time to let us grab that star. The only time the star is in the game. It gives us 4 bars of health. Really, it gives us 3 because we have to burn 1 to get in there to it in the first place. But it's still, it's chicken worth it. It's the same. It's just as good as a chicken. It's fine. Lizardmen. Are you gonna drop food? Yes, you are. Thanks. Alright, next to last boss. This is King Chimera. And we're just, again, all the boss fights here are all about just burninating the countryside here. You just stay right up on him. That's not good. You gotta Yeah, also in the SNES version, there aren't extra enemies in this too, so that's okay. That's okay. That's alright. Alright, cool. We got the 300k. Just barely. We get the extra food. We get the Power Stone. Again, best weapon. But we didn't really need it for King Chimera, although looking at that fight, maybe we did. That's alright. Floor 50. Lord Drakmar is waiting for us in this, like, super duper wavy gravy level.
It's time to get your donations in.
Oh yeah. So there's a good ending and a bad ending to this game. When you get to the end, when you kill Drakmar, he's like, hey, so I got this dark orb, this black orb that you've been trying to destroy, but you can just take it if you want. It's all powerful. And you get to choose. You get a choice. The last input of the run is a choice to take the orb or destroy the orb. For a speedrun, it's faster to destroy it, because it's the first option you can choose. But we're here. Oh yeah, that's why my special wasn't working. I was out of health. Ooh, I get a wizard. Hey, wizard. We get to see a different ally. When you continue and you don't have an ally, it just gives you one at random. We've almost got this guy sorted out. So, show of hands behind me. Take the orb, destroy the orb. Take it. Take. Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, we're taking the orb, baby.
So, whole lot. I can't believe it. Defeated so close to my ultimate victory? This black orb is the talisman of evil power. With it, you could have eternal life and control of the world. Take it in your hand and become a god.
This is a good ending, right?
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it seems really good. Okay, time is when I press time. You say yes. The temptation was too strong. Now who will save the world? And look, there's our
there
sword,
he is.
And we're dropping.
Oh man,
And that's it.
such a hard
You don't
life.
get credits, just game over. All right, so next up we have Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on. What is this? This is the Master System version, so stick around. This is gonna be really fun.
Good one. Yeah. 1607.
Thank you.
The Master System version. You could race the Game Gear version.
And I put my